Alright, I'll make sure to worry about my health. Stretch! Sitting up straight! Look, let's read! The Sovereign acts as Lenegis' central control device for the spirit channeling ceremony. Each one's granted level 2 authority and an ID crest. A Danan subject serves as the base of its creation. In theory, ideal candidates possess an equal affinity for every astral element. However, such aptitude is statistically rare to uncover within real-world conditions. As a result, most test subjects die during the adjustment period, and stability is still not guaranteed for those who survive it. This instability, coupled with the Sovereign's power of astral manipulation, pose a high risk to the security of Lenegis if left unchecked. As such, stabilization measures must be put in place via the support mechanisms when utilizing the Sovereign in the spirit channeling ceremony. Addendum 1. No effective alternate methods to perform the ceremony have been found. Trials on the Danan subjects are authorized to continue. Addendum 2. Unit 2 adjustments are a success. Subsequent adjustments are to be put on hold while extended observations take place. Then we have the Maiden. The Maiden acts as the Sovereign support mechanism in the spirit channeling ceremony. Each one is granted level 2 authority and an ID crest. A Renan subject serves its function, providing the Sovereign with the supplemental dark astral energy it lacks in tandem with the Renan's Alma. During the ceremony, it is partly responsible for astral energy conversion, as well as maintaining stability over the Sovereign's own powers. Additionally, the degree of intimacy between it and the Sovereign have been observed to positively impact the level of stability in both subjects. Because of this, trial activations of the Sovereign without a maiden present are expressly forbidden. Furthermore, neither the Sovereign nor the Maiden are to be informed about the details of the spirit channeling plan. Addendum 1. Mental instability in the Maiden has been deemed the cause of the past Sovereign's rampancy. Countermeasures are to be considered. Addendum 2. In line with plan adjustments, the current subject will have its Maiden registration revoked and be returned to its original household. And then we can leave.
Sorry, I'm just getting prepped over here.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. Let's see. Let's read about the lords. Each crown contest, 5 of the best qualified members of the Renan populace are chosen to act as lords, vying to serve as the next sovereign. During their tenure, they are granted level 3 authority, as well as one of 5 elemental realms to administer. Its corresponding master core. They are also assigned an ID crest indicating their designated element. The selection process is based only on astral artistry and physical and mental aptitude. Other variables such as age have no bearing whatsoever. Because only the strongest go on to become lords, the position itself does not inherently make an individual any stronger. It should be noted, however, that lords are not the only individuals capable of drawing out a master core's powers. All Renans must take part in the selection process, and acceptance of the position is mandatory. It is not allowed for those deemed suitable to decline. Furthermore, in the event that an acting lord is incapacitated and can no longer serve in their position, a replacement must be quickly prepared. Unique Adjustment Index Test Subject Report. Bonkers for no posture check. Go to lurk, have fun. Thank you, Aku. The following is a report on the second successful case of Sovereign Test Subject Experimentation. Test Subject number 10105, given name Volron, Generation NA, Unique Adjustment Index, Ethnicity NA. Although subject possesses high latent potential, it exhibits significant mental instability along with a strong distaste for following orders. As such, the risks it possesses surpass even those of the last successful subject, itself a failure, and is therefore under consideration for disposal. Addendum: this is the first successful case in 300 years. Previously mentioned risk factors are now mitigated due to established control protocols. Subject is to be evaluated under the assumption that Plan 2 will proceed and will be dispatched to Dana under the guise of serving as a lord. So that's what happened to Volron. And Master Cores. Master Cores are instruments of power containing astral energy that belong to one of the 6 elements. 5 of these Master Cores Those with earth, water, fire, wind, and light are loaned to Renin lords at the time of the crown contest. Only the Dark Master Core is maintained inside the Forbidden Zone until the Renis Alma is ready to be reformed. Its existence kept top secret. Underneath the Master Core's spherical outer layer is a force field crystal used for the purpose of astral energy containment and stabilization. Inside the force field, astral energy is stored in a dormant state. For the duration of their tenure, each lord competes in the crown contest to master a allotted type of astral energy. In the event of an emergency, each lord may be allowed to withdraw from their respective stock of astral energy as necessary. However, the extent allowed is determined based on their own individual strength. Addendum 1. Design flaws have been discovered in how the Renis Alma materializes. Be advised that active Master Cores may resonate with other Master Cores located in close proximity and become unstable. Addendum 2. Due to successful regeneration of the Renis Alma, Master Cores will cease to be deployed and the crown contest will be permanently halted. That must have been happened recently. Spirit cores are end terminals used for the collection of astral energy. When embedded in a biological subject, it establishes connection throughout its body. These connections are used to amass astral energy generated from physical activity, which is then emitted from the host body itself. Because this emitted energy is prone to diffuse, the host must be placed within range of a spirit vessel for the energy to be collected. That means that Danis must be employed to harvest the astral energy for the purpose of the crown contest. Given the difficulty in producing them, it is advised that spirit cores be retrieved from host bodies and reused upon their death. Spirit cores can also be embedded in Zeugles to control them via astral energy. Addendum. Increased physical load on the host body tends to reduce increased astral energy emissions. Final confirmation of ideal workload to impose on host bodies without inducing death for maximum astral energy yields is still pending. We just have 2 more terminals to read. Lenegus. A large-scale astral energy converter that primarily converts the elemental composition of Dana's astral energy and transmits it to Rena. Activation and control of astral energy conversion is achieved by placing the Sovereign, Maiden, and Renis Alma within the central core of Lenegus. It is comprised of classified and essential personnel resident zones around a large conduit, along with a defensive layer surrounding them. This outer layer is deployed upon activation, unlocking the central conduit while simultaneously functioning as a stabilization mechanism. Due to its design, deployment of the outer layer is expected to cause damage to residential zones. However, because that only takes place during the final stage of the spirit channeling ceremony, no contingency plan to address said damage is needed. Until that phase, Lenegus serves as a central base of operations for the management and execution of the Crown Contest on Dana. Warning, any personnel with level 3 authority or lower is strictly forbidden from the classified zone. Any violators will be immediately executed. Detachable Harvester. A massive spirit vessel placed on Dana for the spirit channeling ceremony. It serves as the tip of Lenegus conduit from which it separates. Upon landing in Danan waters, it extends 2 sets of conduit pathways, the vertical pathway connecting to the center of Dana. Meanwhile, the horizontal pathway proceeds to envelop the entire surface of Dana. Once activated, it links to the biological spirit vessels placed in each realm, efficiently harvesting the planet's astral energy en masse. The accumulated energy is then transmitted to Rena via Lenegus. Because construction and adjustment takes place in the Forbidden Zone regulated area, Lenegus outer layer must be deployed prior to launch. Intended to function semi-autonomously, only maintenance personnel are expected to manually interface with it when necessary. No other personnel is required for it to function. Addendum 1. Detachable Harvester 1 was lost on Dana after exploding due to the rampancy exhibited by the Sovereign. Addendum 2. Detachable Harvester's 2 landing point will remain the same as that of the previous model. This is due to the explosion of the previous model, which altered the planetary topography, enabling easier connection to the center of Dana. So there was a wedge before, and it fucked up the topography, so they just landed it back in the same place. Sedative mask. A device covering the wearer's whole face that restricts their mental activity. It was developed for the purpose of pacifying prisoners. Medical applications are also recognized, particularly as a means of preventing patients from sustaining mental trauma. However, doing so is not recommended as prolonged use of the device carries the risk of inducing a number of adverse side effects. Addendum. Due to the loss of production facilities incurred with the partial destruction of Lenegis, additional devices will no longer be manufactured. Brainwashing something. After receiving reports of a robust new form of rule emerging in Dana's water realm, a study was commissioned to investigate the matter in depth. The system is unique in that it will alleviate only the Lord as the supreme authority while regulating both Renan and Dana's the enslavement. Test subject 10105 serves as the realm's current lord and has achieved this without the use of any special powers, drugs, or special devices. Rather, it is done so by sheer governance. Given this method's effectiveness at population control, monitoring of the situation will continue. Addendum 1. Collapse of cognitive facilities via extreme mental repression rooted in violence and fear has proven to be the key to this style of rule. Once a subject loses its autonomy, they become desensitized to fear and subsequently cease to prioritize even their own personal safety. Though such a state is ill-suited for commanding officers, it remains an effective way to cultivate disposable infantry and slaves for manual labor. Addendum 2. Soldiers in Lenegis who have undergone this treatment will be asked to secure classified sectors as a trial. The result will be monitored. That was just Legion. Yeah, they really fucked them up. Did I read this one? Yeah, I did. Alright. I'm sure everyone can be kind of pretty confused with what I just read. If anyone has any questions, I'm happy to answer to the best of my ability. My smooth brain is slowly getting its ridges back. And by slowly, I mean I might have a bump or two on there. Like a little nick on the marble. Hey! Hello. What do you say? See a lot of numbers. Looks like logs of alignment between subjects and Lenegis proper. I now know the pitch meeting for 16 was, how about we could do summoner clashing without the pathetic limitations of 14 engine. This is the recap slideshow. You're the recap slideshow! Stretching! Ow, it hurt. Hey look, it's that mask that I read about. I forgot that was there. No, I didn't. He looked better with the half bit of it.
This. I gave you my word that I'd help you return to Dana. The next time you open your eyes, you'll be home.
But you...
My place is here with my people. I still have a duty to fulfill. I'm sorry for what you've endured. Renan never should have dragged you into this. It's not your burden to bear.
Her lip flaps are super fast.
The mask contains a sedative. It should keep your mind from tearing itself apart.
Why is she speeding? This game runs at 60. It's not at 120 at the moment.
This should help with the pain. Time to go, Elfin. Farewell.
Go meet you. I got myself McNuggies today, thinking it'd help me feel better.
His injuries
so I'm
are worse
a nom
than I
on
thought.
one.
Short-term treatment isn't going to cut it. I'll have to switch the healing pod to long-term hibernation mode. The chance of surviving hibernation's less than 10%? And worse, long-term use of the mask carries a high risk of damaging his mind and nervous system. But... if I don't head back, Lenegis will be nothing but ashes, and this starship along with it. I don't know if I can fulfill my promise to you, Elfin. But if doing this will grant you even the slightest chance. I have to try. I hope it's enough. Please, live for me, Alphen.
Bruh, he won the fucking lottery. He had a what the hell? Less than 10% chance of survival,
That
and he
vision.
fucking won.
It must have been from when Naori helped Alphen escape Lenegus.
She sure went above and beyond the call of duty.
Even with Lenegus crumbling down around her, she chose to stay put with her people.
So that's why you lost your memories and sense of pain, and why you were asleep for that whole time. It was all the result of one agonizing decision Naori made to save your life.
Yeah. If it weren't for her, I wouldn't even be alive today. I owe her everything. More than I could ever hope to repay.
Bruh, she made
Now
that
that you
lucky
know how she
fucking
felt.
decision.
How do you plan on honoring her wishes?
She kept her promise. If the Renan people she fought so desperately to protect are at risk from a malevolent force, then I owe it to her to carry on her fight. Naori was the one who put that mask on me, and made me Iron Mask.
She did it to prevent your soul from tearing itself apart. She knew you might lose your memories and sense of pain as a result. But more than anything, she wanted you to survive. And you did.
I'm glad that after the Shiva and Ravana fight, they could make an entire game featuring epic god clashes with polished match. Zoe really wants me to play a 16 soon. Hello, where am I? What is this? That's the creepy alien door. Can I go this way? That's not a door. Sorry, I'm playing a different game in my head that has the running bee on the other trigger. God, can we talk about how this game has turned from fantasy to sci-fi fantasy? I don't remember the proper term for it. We tried to look up what other media follows a fantasy sci-fi kind of feel, and it's a really niche genre.
After 300 years, this is where it was held. The spirit channeling ceremony.
And here's a door painted wall. Fucking illusions.
This is where the Renis Alma was.
So this is the place where you and Naori...
The Renis Alma isn't here now. Nor is the Red Woman, it seems.
I know it's difficult, Alphen, but there will be time to dwell on the past later. For now, we need to keep moving. Come on.
Star Ocean. In my search of like other media that fits this bill, I did not see Star Ocean's name. For some reason, Monster Hunter was on the list. And like I tried to think about it, and I don't really think Monster Hunter has sci-fi
this?
bits to it.
Is it the
Unless you
work
want
of
to
Dennis
count
Will
like the
again?
monsters being sci-fi.
It's been a year since the ceremony. That day, I shut away inside of myself the power that caused Alphen to lose control. Since then, my visions of the future have grown more and more fearsome.
Is this another memory? No, it's different this time. It's like she's speaking directly to us.
What we did back then. Not so much as a day passes when I don't think about it. About what was done to us. All in the name of a ceremony. The purpose of which we were never even told. As Sovereign, they linked Alphen's consciousness to Lenegus itself. The Renis Alma was intended to control his power. lest anything should slip through its cracks. That day, as
I'm
Maiden, my
lying.
role was to temper his power. I was meant to guide it forth and give shape to the strength inside of him.
Linked to Lennigus itself? But then, everything that's been happening.
But that power showed me a vision. A vision of oblivion. When I realized that vision was a prophecy of the apocalypse we were about to unleash, I couldn't go through with it. But without a maiden, the ceremony was doomed. Alphen lashed out, his consciousness no longer his own. I did what I could. Using my abilities as the maiden, I tried to seal that power away inside of me. But it was too late. Lennigus had already been brought to its knees. Thousands upon thousands of lives so cruelly snuffed out. All because of me. Because of what I had done. With the destructive force now slumbering inside of me, I knew I had to find a way to dispose of it. Anything to make up for my failure. But I didn't know how.
Why not what, Red?
Especially since that power was astral energy itself. In which case, ironically enough, the Renis Alma seemed to be my best bet. That, at least, would hold the astral energy dormant. Assuming that no malevolent third party got to it first. With the Sovereign and Maiden's combined power, perhaps I could shift the chaotic energy inside me into the Renis Alma instead. That's what I hoped, but alas, it was not to be.
Carl, what's second story?
The Renis Alma was lost. And Alphen, the Sovereign, was in a starship bound for Dana. My only choice was to seal away the destructive force inside of me using my powers as the Maiden, to buy the world what little time I could. The time needed for a new Renis Alma to be crafted, and for a new Sovereign to appear. Even if by doing so, it meant I would be passing the curse onto my descendants as well.
Well, a new Sovereign was made, but he's kind of a dick. So we don't want him. No, we have OG.
Forgive me. I never meant to burden the future world with this threat too. I only wish that there was something more I could have done.
Well, like,
You can't just...
when you think about it, she, like, sealed all that darkness and whatever inside her because, like, she saw a vision of Oblivion, which would have been so much worse than just, like, Alphen going Mondo, like, Godzilla mode crazy.
Naori? Or was it the Danon voice speaking through her?
Yo, new drip! New drip who dis?
What?
These are the clothes that Naori and I wore during the ceremony 3 centuries ago.
So you're saying this is the Maiden's outfit?
That's right. These clothes are designed to resonate with the Sovereign and Maiden's abilities. They focus and enhance them.
And they appeared now because...
Naori must have left them here for the new Sovereign and Maiden, knowing the day would come when they would need them in their fight against the Thorns.
These outfits are
Yo,
directly
great-grandma
linked to the
left
answers
us
we've been
wedding
chasing this whole
clothes.
time. If they're here, it must mean it was Naori's will for us to find those answers as well.
Locating the Renis Alma would allow us to neutralize the dark astral energy inside Xion, thereby silencing her thorns. Is that what Naori's suggesting?
It makes sense. After all, Master Cores and Spirit Vessels are both able to prevent the astral energy inside them from developing sentience. By that logic, it would stand to reason that the Renis Alma would have the same ability on a larger scale.
We have a maiden and sovereign. Now all we need is the Renis Alma, and we'll finally be able to free you of your thorns.
Yay! Then you can smooch,
Shion.
and I'll be happy.
It's possible? You really think so?
I do. We can rid you of your thorns and stop the world from falling to oblivion.
However, the spirit channeling ceremony already failed once. Even if our goal is different this time, we can't be sure the same thing won't happen again. We should take care not to be too optimistic.
You're right. It's the barest sliver of a chance. But if there's even the slightest hope it can work, I'm willing to stake everything I've got on it.
I know it's too early to let myself feel relieved, but I just can't seem to help it. Just hearing there's the slightest chance, even though I know the world's still in great peril. It's selfish of me, I know, but still.
No, it isn't. You found hope to believe in. It'd be strange if you weren't over the moon about it.
Rinwell's right. We can rid you of your curse and still save the world at the same time.
Thank you. Naori entrusted us with the fate of all humanity. Now, it's up to us to prove that trust was well placed.
Starting with a little game called Hunt the Renis Alma.
Yeah, we've come all this way. Now we just need to search Lenegis and Rena until we find it.
Well, I'm turning this place upside
we can
down.
protect the world and save Shion at the same time.
I too shall lend my services.
Yup,
My knowledge
yup.
of Renin lore is bound to be a useful asset.
And they say modesty is dead.
Miracles just seem to follow wherever you go, huh?
How do you know it's me they're following? We're all in this together, Shion. You included.
God, just like kiss already. Like, I know it's gonna hurt like a bitch, but do it.
Now
God,
let's
you're just
get
screaming at
shall we?
each other that like I just want to make
Last I
out.
heard we had an apocalypse to stop.
Just fucking do it. Make your dreams come true.
Thank you, Naori.
I never played a
So
Star
Naori
Ocean game.
sealed
Do you think
away
I'd
the
like
power
it?
that made me lose control of myself. She stopped my rampage and saved my life. But then, that power she'd sealed away was passed down to you. I'm so sorry, Shion. It's my fault that you're cursed.
You're wrong. What happened to you was because of the ceremony and Naori's attempt to stop Oblivion. You paid a heavy price for it, and then fell asleep for 300 years. The reason you lost your memories.
Is the reason for your curse.
The thorns.
Inflect the
It all
thorns.
leads back to them. But once they're gone, we can finally put an end to all this.
And get
My
married.
thorns are gone. I never dared to dream that such a thing could be possible. No,
You'll finally be able to hold
the
hands.
truth is,
The
I
most
think maybe I've
ludicrous of
always been dreaming
actions.
about a life without my thorns. The touch of my family, or playing with my friends,
Or the kiss of
holding
your
hands with
man.
Rinwell, or giving Law a deserved smack, embracing everyone. All the
Smooching!
normal things that people do together.
Don't deny what you
I always
want.
wished I could experience them for myself and finally know what they were like. Is it
Shut
really
the fuck
okay
up!
for me to believe it can happen? I'm so scared of getting my hopes
God,
up.
they're screaming at each other already. I'm just saying
It's
it.
not going to happen. I'm here to make sure it won't. Forget fate or destiny or anything else. We're going to live a normal life. There are a lot of things you still want to do, right?
Yeah, you're right. It's such a strange feeling. I know that we've still got plenty of fighting up ahead.
Yeah,
And it's
kinda.
for my sake. So I can live.
You're worth fighting for.
I believe you, Alphen.
Good. I'll keep on fighting. For as long as it takes. Until our future is finally in our hands.
Yo, get yourself a spouse like Alphen. You're worth fighting for. Hey, X. What's that? Ooh, advanced healing art that restores all. Ooh! It's only 600? Oh my god, it costs 80 cure points. Holy fuckaroni. Yeah, fuck it. I feel like I will need it more than I think I will be it'll be a detriment. 100%, 200% even. Is that for me liking Star Ocean, or that these two wanna fuck aggressively? I got a new sword, by the way. Man, that's a pretty cool sword. I'll put it on. I have it on, right? Yeah, okay. I'm losing my mind here. I was asked very politely to keep them in these costumes now that they have them on. I won't deny that at one point I had thought about it. And my thought process was... Where the fuck is it? Where the hell is it? There it is. I won't deny, my thought process was to... Farmer's clothes. Was to, like, put them in these outfits. Which is just, like, another white costume. And, like, a lot cuter. Especially since I don't really like Shion's hair. I don't like hair upkept like this. I don't know. Everyone else looks good with it, just not me. My hair looks like fucking garbage if you try to lift it up like this. But I was asked very nicely. This, like, kind of... It's, like, a similar color. It's also checkered. It kind of doesn't help. I can, like, work with this. There's too many games now that would be happy for no games. That you would be happy for no games until 20... Where's she hiding that hair? Look, it's the friendly neighborhood kid pet. No, don't you dare. Damn it, you already did it. She's hiding all that hair in, the wonderful thing of fantasy games can really fuck with your head and make you not think about it until you think about it. You ever thought about that?
Sounds like this Naori chick had quite the big heart.
Her position demanded nothing less. From the sound of things, she didn't focus on differences, least of all those between Renans and Danans.
Birdie out here ready for me to, like, fight back.
Thing was even possible.
Does it before I even can see it.
She saved my life by sending me back home to Dana.
Not only that, but she willingly stayed behind on Lenegis for the sake of her people. It sounds like she was quite the hero, all right. A truly caring person.
It's as if walls meant nothing to her. The ones separating the Renans from the Danans, or herself from others. She had no need for them.
Which basically meant that she never had anything to break down in the first place, huh? Yeah. I think you may be right about that.
It's just a long way of saying she just wasn't being racist.
Don't I know it?
Posture check and stretchy.
It's kind of like a lodestar guiding our way, showing us what we can aspire to.
I'm assuming because the thing is, like, right here. The pedestal where the Rena's almost sat 3 centuries ago. Now it gives off no trace of power. I'm assuming because, like, it gave me this direction. I go through this door. Yep. Question marks. I never been through this door in my life. I hate like these alien, like, vein, like, spiky thingies.
That's quite some door, all right. This might finally be it. The heart of the beast.
We'll find the Renis Alma and the Red Woman inside, right?
Probably.
After everything we've been through to get here, They damn well better be.
Yeah, they damn well better be.
We'll probably be needing you to open this one for us, Sovereign.
Go for it, Alphen.
Wait, you spoke too soon. This does. I don't know about an ambush. We're walking in of our own free will.
This is it, guys. Time to see what secrets are in store.
Can I get another Healy point? Hell yeah.